right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 6 of the Toxic Fandom podcast. I'm here with my two buds, Mike and Seb. What's going on, boys?
What's up, fellas?
What's going
How's
on,
your
my
day
brothers?
going? Day going
Good.
all right?
Good. We're watching a real nail biter right now with the Mets and the Brewers for the wild card.
Oh, so yeah. So how's that going for you guys? Matt, that's where Matt is right now. Matt told me he was going to be at the Mets game. He didn't tell me that they were away.
In
and
Milwaukee.
that he'd be watching the Mets game at a bar getting drunk.
I thought
Maybe
he was in
he's
Milwaukee.
maybe he's in Milwaukee.
He ain't in Milwaukee. I'll tell you that. He ain't in Milwaukee.
He's
He's
not?
getting drunk. That's what he's doing. He's being irresponsible. He's an
Good on
irresponsible
him.
co-host.
How old is he? He's in his
20.
20s?
23,
That's
24.
what he's supposed to be doing. Then I'd rather him be doing that than talking to the three schmoes. Like us.
What?
Good on you, Matt.
What did you do?
I went to a music festival,
Oh,
like a legitimate music festival, which I had not done since like we were kids and went to the Warped Tour.
Oh, wow.
wow. Where was it?
It was in Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh, wow. You drove like halfway to me.
Yeah, I realized my wife has no concept of where anything is in America, because no matter where we drive, she's like, "Are we close to Steve?" I'm like, "Yep." Yep. No matter where we go to Jersey, up to Maine. Are we close to Steve? I'm like, "Yep, close."
Reach out, you can touch him.
Yeah. She's like, "We're right there." I'm like, "Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there."
She's looking at a map. It's only 2 inches on the map. It's like what, 20 minutes?
And driving down, I'm driving. We leave. All right. So it was a 3-day music festival. Okay. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, I sent it out to everybody. Said, "Hey, you guys want to come?" Everybody fucking bailed because you all suck. And I just, what? You said you were halfway there already. So what are you talking about? I might have put myself in a bad situation so that I couldn't have gone for all 3 days. Okay. So I am taking classes for a second master's degree, as you do. And the class I'm taking is like 80% online and 20% in person. And when I signed up, it did not conflict with this concert. That was going to be a remote day. I would just Woodstock, Joe, just like Woodstock. I was going to just do it remotely, leave it on in the hotel room or whatever, and not even worry about it. I go to the first class, and it is a class. It is a school leadership class, and I don't like the teacher at all. He immediately the first day spills a coffee all over himself, and I'm like, this is the kind of guy I want to take advice from. And he starts telling a story. Huh?
What's his name? Phyllis?
He starts telling a story about how there was a guns threat called into his school.
Rito says, "I'm assuming Mike failed the class because of his connection."
Rito, I know you want my spot. I'll die first, you bastard. Anyway, he starts telling the story about how his school got locked down for a gun threat. And then he complains about how we're not prepared and they don't train us enough for this. So I asked, well, what were you doing during this? And he's like, well, I was in my office. I got kids to return to. And I was like,
I was a coward.
I was like, I'm sorry. And he was like, well, yeah, I got to make sure I get home to my wife and kids. I'm like, but you're in charge of the whole building. And he's like, yeah, well, what was I supposed to do? He's like, I got to get home. And I was like, I'm pretty sure leadership is about courage. And he was like, what? He's like, what'd you say? I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're a coward.
Oh, geez. And Mike's never going to be a principal ever again.
So I was like, yeah, that didn't go well. And we got into it a little bit. And once I get a little squirrely with somebody, it's just going to stay that way. So then at the end of the class, he's like, oh, and because of the Jewish holiday in October, we've switched the live day to the day of the weekend that I have to, the in-person day is now switched to the day you have, that would end up being a concert.
Right.
So I walked over and at the end of the class and I'm like, so remember how I told you like a coward a little, like an hour ago. Yeah, so I had to go to class and then drive down to Maryland right after that. But I went for 2 of the 3 days, which was great. Really fun. I haven't been to like a giant music festival like that ever. Like they didn't have 3-day festivals when we were kids, did they?
They had. I thought Warped Tour was multiple days.
I can't remember.
Warped Tour was usually 1 day, but like all like 4, like no, there was like 30 bands, but it was 1 day.
Okay.
Yeah,
multiple
so this
stages?
was probably 30 bands over 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was all like 90s, late 90s, early 2000s rock bands, right?
Awesome.
Dave Matthews, Blink-182, The Killers,
They were
all
all
bands
there.
like
Great.
You saw all those bands?
Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah, there was a ton of bands. It was like that's why I wanted to go. It was a ton of bands. The Counting Crows. There's lots of bands from what we would have been growing up.
What was the name of what was
the Ocean's Calling Festival? So that company, I was so impressed and had such a good time there that I looked up. They do like 30 festivals all over the country, all in different regions, different styles of music, that kind of stuff. It is a little odd to go to have you guys gone to a rock concert from like 90s alt rock or that kind of stuff as adults?
Yeah.
It's an odd crowd now.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd.
Because like this one was 3 days, and if you brought your children, they were 10 and under, they were free. So lots of people our age have kids 10 and under.
Yeah.
So there was tons of like guys that look like us with kids. And then there were guys older than us who got into the music, who were like gray hair and still out there trying to rock out. Like it was on the beach, sort of lots of like people who are like, you shouldn't wear beach attire anymore.
Any people playing hacky sack?
No, but like the amount of old guys I saw, like I guess because I'm going to go get out of the office for the weekend. I'm going to smoke a little bit of weed and just not realizing what that is now. And just wrangling themselves because I could smoke a whole joint when I was 18. I'm like, yeah, no, one hit now will wreck you, dude. And just see guys destroyed. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I would 100% do it again. I actually sent a message to Steve right away saying I want to come to the Bourbon and Beyond one in Kentucky, which I think is reasonably close to you.
Depending on the.
What are you, Monica?
Yes.
Depending on the town that it's in, it's
well. At first, I thought it was in Tennessee because Bourbon, but no.
It has to be within 3 hours of me.
Yeah, sure. I would definitely go. It was great. The only thing I did not like the entire time. Yes, lots of chest freckles and folds, lots. The only thing I didn't like, and it actually upset me, was Counting Crows.
Yeah,
they're horrendously bad live. And
do you know more than 2 songs?
Counting Crows? Yeah, I know about probably 10 or 12 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, and you do too. Mr. Jones, you probably know Omaha. You probably know Colorblind from
I Wish I Was a Cat part.
Yeah. No, he doesn't sing anymore.
What?
The lead singer, his name's Adam Dirts, I think. He doesn't sing it. He kind of does. You ever heard William Shatner's spoken word albums?
Word?
It's sort of like that.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's sort of like that. So they came out, they opened with 2 of their newer songs, which no one cares. And it's 50,000 people on a beach at night, right? And everyone's been out in the sun all day, so they're kind of cranky to start, and they're old. And then he goes into, I think, Mr. Jones. And I swear to God, it was spoken word. It wasn't rhythm. The rhythm wasn't right. It was all like my oldest daughter was like, "This is very different than the record." I'm like, "Yeah, it's quite different." Then they do Omaha next, which is another one of their big hits. And he sits down on the speaker, on the stage, and eventually throws his feet out and puts his head back on the drums. And he's like, "You guys take it." And just holds the microphone out for the rest of the song. I was like, "What's wrong with this dude?"
He high?
I don't know. After 15 or 20 minutes, I'm like, let's just go see another band. And we just walked to a different stage. And I was waiting all day to see them because they have 3 stages.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's fun. They also closed off an entire section of the boardwalk. So I don't know, say 5 city blocks worth of boardwalk and all the
Yeah.
beach in front of it. And then they put the stages on the beach there. But all the boardwalk stuff, all the rides, all the games, all included.
Oh,
So
nice.
like
That's really
yeah,
cool.
so and then all the food, they have all their food vendors, but all the food is also the places on the boardwalk. So they got like pizza and big
Did you go
pretzels
to
and all the stuff.
Shredders?
Joe,
Is that the name? Rippers? What's the name of the famous French fry place on the
Yes,
boardwalk?
yes, yeah. Dude, the line there was huge.
What's
They
it
bring and
called
they give
again?
you
Rippers?
rippers or shredders, like I can't remember. They give you a popcorn bucket, like the movie theater would, of French fries.
Yeah.
oh wow.
It was
That
fun.
was the first place I ever had French fries with vinegar
Yeah,
on 'em. Oh, so
Mm.
freaking good.
I would do it
Joe
again.
Joe says he was never the same after Courtney Cox left him. The lead singer dated Courtney Cox.
Yeah, but this is like in the heyday of Mr. Jones and stuff.
Yeah, but he was never Courtney Cox worthy. Courtney Cox was a goddess back in the day.
I heard
Yeah.
him on Rogan a couple years ago say
Mhm.
that he became real self-conscious because people gave him a lot of crap. I don't know if you ever remember the Mrs. Jones video.
Yeah.
He's real like free the way he dances in that.
Yeah.
And he said people gave him a lot of crap about that. And I guess I don't know if he's real self-conscious of it now, but like he does not perform, if
Huh.
that makes sense,
Yeah,
anymore.
That was a good
Um,
interview with him on the Rogan. He was talking about how when that music video first came out, he was still like bartending at like the Viper Club in LA. That's the name of that big famous
Yeah, that's a name of a club, sure.
yeah, I think he was bartending there a lot, and he had like no money still, but he was still like bartending when that song was on MTV.
You know who did absolutely kill it? I think the best show of the entire show was the Bare Naked Ladies.
Really?
Yeah, they're great.
Dude, they were so good. It's unbelievable how good they were.
We saw them when they played with Hootie and the Blowfish at the Garden. That was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
They
Wow.
do all their hits, right? They did one that like we're gonna do one new one. And he intros every song, like does like makes a joke or whatever. So he says, "Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear this, but there's about 1,000 people right up front here, and they're desperately chanting one of our new songs." He's like, "We weren't going to play it, but how can I ignore 1,000 fans?" Like he goes into, he's like, "I really didn't want. I know you guys don't like new stuff, dude. He did a freestyle rap into a Taylor Swift song. They did all their set, and then they did probably a 10-song medley of all modern pop hits that was so much freaking fun. Lady Gaga and Chappell Roan and Taylor Swift, all real modern pop songs done in their style. Then the drummer comes out and he does an entire rock set. The drummer can sing, and the lead singer goes back and plays guitar. Plays drums. They are wildly talented. They're very Canadian, so they're very fun. I could not believe how much fun they were to watch.
Any yacht rock? Could they play any yacht rock songs?
I don't think they do yacht rock. I know you're obsessed with it. I don't think anything on here is yacht rock. I don't know. You'd have to really give a close look.
No.
And then you know who's a really good band, and I didn't give them enough credit, is OAR.
Oh, they're freaking awesome, dude. They're awesome. Joe came down here to see them about a month, 3 weeks ago. Joe came down here and we saw OAR at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. They killed it, and we hadn't seen them in years, and they did all their hits, and
That's
the
a very
energy.
like Dave Matthews type band, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say in the same vein, sure. But I hate Dave Matthews, which is funny because I can't stand Dave Matthews, but I love
Dave
OAR.
was so good. Dave was
How are
so
the
good,
Beach
dude.
Boys?
They're very good. There's only one of them alive, or one of them still performing, rather. And he looks very
in Ocean City, like in 1990. My parents.
They're
on
good.
The boardwalk.
They sound great. They play nothing but hits. But I think there's one original member left.
Yeah.
It's all like their kids or whatever.
Was Stamos there?
No. OAR was like the headlining act for the whole thing. They were like associated with the company putting it on, and they come out and they do. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, they're from They're from Rockville, Maryland.
They did a set on Sunday where they called it OAR and Friends, and they don't play any of their songs. They just bring out celebrity after celebrity after celebrity to do songs. So like they did a Genesis cover and a Jimmy Buffett cover. Then they bring out, they're like, we want to bring out some of our friends. They bring out the living members of the Wailers, and they do a bunch of Bob Marley stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. Cool.
And then they were like,
awesome.
The Wailers, there's not a lot of them left, and they're elderly, but that's very cool to see the Wailers. Then they bring up Lisa Loeb, she's there, and they do a couple more songs. And then they say we're going to bring out a very special friend from Long Island, and it's D. fucking Schneider from Twisted Sister.
That's cool. That's awesome,
dude. He's got to be 100. He is such a good front man still, and his voice holds up. And he says, I want to get my favorite band back together when he gets up there, Yukon Cornelius, after the lumberjack from the Rankin and Bass. And he brings up the guys from Bare Naked Ladies to play with him and OAR, and they calls it the Yukon Cornelius. And they just did a set of metal song covers.
Oh, that's great.
And he's so good, dude. And he started yelling at the crowd. He's like, I know you're all older now. He's like, but this is not metal horns. What are you, fucking Spider-Man shooting webs? He could do the whole, like, he's really, I didn't think he'd be a good front man because I thought he's like almost a mockery of what that is. Oh, dude, he was so good. And
he's
then
69. He's 69.
You missed the first night, so you missed Sublime, 311, Blink 182, Sugar Ray.
And it ended up that night the hurricane came through. Well, like the tail end of the hurricane. So from what people told me, no one stayed to see Blink because the rain was so bad.
Oh, how were the Killers? Were they great?
Amazing. They're really good. Live. They're really good live.
I had tickets twice to see the Killers, and both times I got sick with like 102 fever and couldn't go. Both times.
I would see them again by themselves. They're excellent.
Did you see the Hives?
No.
Oh, they're a great band.
So because it's 3 stages spread out, like they don't overlap them really. Maybe like 5.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Things are going so good. Oh,
like a good,
look at that. He said. What do you think he said?
I don't know.
Did it lag again?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're back. You're back now.
Okay. Go ahead.
You just not meant to do the show tonight. So
no, you're good.
The bands don't overlap, but you may want to like scout out a spot because there's no seats. You're just on the beach. So you just throw down a towel and like sit and watch the show. And then, so I tried to lay out who I wanted to see each day and then like go eat or whatever.
Is the ticket, how much is the ticket for all 3 days?
I think it was it was 250, 275, something like that.
That's not bad.
A person?
Yeah.
That's not
so I got 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It's an expensive weekend, but it's worth it if you're seeing all that music.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're all going to try to buy Oasis tickets tomorrow, correct?
Me and you
that'll be. Yeah. Did you not get drawn?
I didn't get it. I only need 1. I didn't get it.
We can only buy 4.
Huh?
We can only buy 4.
Oh, I don't need to go.
Shut the fuck up! You don't need to go. You should go instead of me.
I've seen them twice, and I've seen them close. So
Seb, you're going. Don't worry.
This is it. They said they're not doing this again.
Who are you taking, Mike?
I was gonna take my family, my wife, and my kids. Well, my oldest will be in college, so she can kick rocks.
Well, I'll buy 4, and that'll be for.
And I'll buy 4, and we'll figure it out.
Me, Nicole, Joe, and Seb. Joe said he would. 1 is fine. Seb, Joe said 1 was fine. So it'll be. I'll try to get 4. I want to try and go to both nights because it's Labor Day Monday.
Okay, so I can't believe we're talking about this in the show, but we're gonna go see Oasis, maybe.
We hope so.
Definitely, maybe.
Definitely maybe. I'm definitely gonna go 100%. I don't care if I have to scalp tickets. I'll spend $800 on a ticket to go see them.
Okay, all right.
So I'm going up.
But yes, so my point was they're probably going to be $200 a ticket. So for $300, I can see a whole weekend's worth of shows. I think that's worth it.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to come down and see the Pilgrimage.
What's that?
That's the big festival in Tennessee. It's like the big country festival. It's a 2-day country festival.
Okay,
you asked me about it. This is where Zach Bryan headlined last year. You asked me how close that was.
Yeah. Okay. So this company doing the Ocean's Calling, This
Mhm.
weekend is doing Country's Calling. Same
Mm.
stages, same. Then it's like we're gonna leave it up and keep and like that.
Oh.
I seriously debated buying tickets and driving back down
Oh, wow. There's a
'Cause they
big country
have-
one. Luke Bryan does a big country one in Mexico every year, every summer.
Okay.
And there's another one. There's a really big one in Alabama. I forget
So
the one that's in
apparently, the
Alabama.
bourbon one in Tennessee is the biggest festival in the world. 210,000 people.
Kentucky, you mean?
What did I say?
You said Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
all the same to me.
On Earth.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All rebels.
What's Bonnaroo? Where's that?
I don't
Where's
even know if they
Bonnaroo?
still do that anymore.
They do. I think was that in California? Where is that one?
Coachella is the big one that like the young kids want to go.
No,
My daughter's like, I want to
yeah,
go to
I-
Coachella.
no
I'm like, you're not
interest in
going to
that.
Coachella.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it,
That's
and I would
great.
have enjoyed it
That's
even
it.
better if I hadn't called my professor a coward. But whatever.
Yeah.
We should come up with our own festival. We should have to make our own festival lineup.
Ooh. Next
You want
week.
to do that next week? You want to do that? I'll write that
Sure.
down. So a
Are we
2
gonna
day or
have,
3 day?
Porcelain Matt or
I'm going to
Joe.
assume that it's going to be the three of us. If anyone else can
Why,
make
Porcelain,
it, that's
Porcelain
great.
Dollface doesn't want to come with us?
No, he does. He just might be busy, doing young people stuff.
I don't even know what that means.
Having fun without
Oh.
kids and family,
Oh,
stuff like that. So we're
All
gonna come
right.
up with a festival, 2 day or 3 day festival.
I don't even remember what that was like.
Yeah.
No, we'll do here we go.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Here are the rules. Sebby's gonna set the rules for us.
Set the rules. We each
Okay.
make a day.
Oh, that's a good idea. 3-day festival, we each do a day.
3-day festival, and then we'll have dear listeners say which ticket they want to buy.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Okay. Damn.
That's a good idea,
Rito-
Seb.
Rito
Good
says
thing.
we did this back in 2020.
What did we do?
He said we did this already. We didn't do festival. We did a cruise.
First of all,
um,
that never happened because that show never happened, you bastard.
Daniel Angelo, my buddy Danny, says Bonnaroo is about 45 minutes from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. They still have it. My daughter went last year. Upwards of 100,000 people go over 3 days. Oof.
So this was 50,000 a day, this one. So 150 total. The other one, but in Kentucky's 210. 70,000 a day.
Wow.
50,000 is a lot of people on the beach. It's a lot.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great venue, Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, if the weather cooperates, like Saturday and Sunday were very nice.
Yeah,
Apparently Friday was a fucking nightmare. Just a nightmare.
yeah, I can imagine.
Because the hurricane.
Yeah. So is that all you got for wasting time?
Yeah, that was kind of all my time.
So
That
I
and the
looked
first
at
20 minutes of the show. Sure, yeah.
I looked at the notes and I saw how you altered my wasting time, Mike. You're not going to get me. You're not
What
going
do
to
you
get
mean?
me. You almost got me.
Which
I wrote
one?
He-Man. I wrote He-Man guy.
Why,
man?
man?
And you wrote He-Man is
I
something
changed it.
else. Yeah,
I
you
changed
changed it. Yeah.
That's what He-Man is.
Yes. But so last
Gay.
what was
Not
it?
that there's
Friday?
anything wrong with that, Mike.
Yeah, there's
No.
nothing wrong with that. Joe and I saw the Transformers movie and we did a podcast on it. And I had asked him the question, what are your favorite cartoons from when you were a kid besides Transformers? And he said He-Man. And then I did He-Man, the guy from, the guy on the Instagram that we follow, the guy that does everything in an Arnold voice.
Yes.
So I cut that and made it into a short, a YouTube short, and I tagged him in it, and he liked it. He liked the post. So I want to give him an official shout out because I couldn't remember his handle. And I said, fine, go find the guy who does the He-Man voices and follow him because he's great. His official handle is called Geek Fire Inc. GeekFireinK. And his name is Richard Zuniga.
Okay,
And
Richard, we apologize for the first 20 minutes of the pod tonight. We had some technical difficulties.
What did Rito say? He says, no, you guys did do that for sure because Steve did the record review on a radio station. I don't know. I don't think we did a festival. I don't think we did a festival. But then he says just Castle Grayskull.
You got to read his next comment.
His next comment says Richard Zuwa. What is that from? I don't know what that is. What? I don't know what's going on. I'm so lost.
It's off the rail. We really need Joe.
What's going on right now?
Scout little
Richard
dwarf
Zuwa.
keeps us on track.
What's Richard Zuwa? I don't get
No,
it.
the comment
Say the
before
name
that.
again.
The comment Castle Grayskull? Why? I don't. Why is that funny?
Get your
Oh,
glasses on.
Get my glasses on.
Oh, anyway,
it doesn't say Castle Grayskull. You can't put that on the thing. YouTube looks for words. That's one of the words YouTube looks for.
What?
my
You know, YouTube looks for they look for words in your transcript, and then they flag you, and then you don't get put into the algorithm if you say certain things,
Oh.
and that is one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
You
There are
should probably
certain
give us a list of those words.
Well, we learn as we go. We learn as we go. But that was my
To be fair,
To be fair,
do we want anybody to watch this episode? Because it's been a fucking dumpster fire. For the
maybe
last-
people will find this endearing. I don't know. Maybe people will find this funny. Oh yes, Richard. Yes, Richard Zuniga is his name. Zuniga.
I don't know how you didn't get that when he said it the first time.
I'm concentrating on keeping the show on track, which is obviously failing.
Oh no! At this
No,
point,
that's all right. Yeah,
at this point, you have to
Yeah.
dance while it burns. It's over, buddy.
it's all right. Like I said, maybe people will find this very funny and say, "Oh, these guys are pretty cool. I like these guys. They're all right."
You know,
So
I'm
I
still
felt-
talking into a microphone that doesn't fucking work because I'm so out of sorts.
It's still right next to you.
Yep, and I keep leaning over to talk to it.
Yeah.
But this plug doesn't work on this computer. Stupid
get
Macs.
You got to get
Macs
an
only
adapter.
have the little USB-Cs.
Yeah, you got to get one of those. I have an adapter here that I have 4 USB regular plugs into the one adapter that's going into to my Mac. It's like $8 on Amazon.
I get it. And I gotta get a light.
Yeah.
I know.
Your lighting looks okay today. Just as long
I'm
as you keep
working
your head
on
in
it.
front of that hi-hat. Your head's got to stay right in front of that hi-hat. Nope. Go back.
Look how shiny.
Yeah. That's why I wear a hat.
It's good thinking.
So Sebi put me down a rabbit hole. I think all the talk of AI kind of showed up on my, likes or whatever. Because if you
Yeah.
go to our YouTube channel, the Toxic Fandom YouTube channel, I get bombarded with AI videos of like Lord of the Rings if it was done in the 50s. Or,
Yes.
do you ever see those kind of things?
I send those to you all the time.
You send them to me
I
all
love
the
them.
time.
They're
And
great.
Joe Tambini sent me one who was like Thundercats AI if Thundercats was live action in the 50s. And
Yeah.
they're really, really cool looking. So I get bombarded. I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see how bad this is going to go. But the ones that I've been getting, like, what do you call it? You might like these kind of things. They're kind of interesting. So this is one. It's called Avengers 1950s Super Panavision 70. Right now, the thumbnail, you can't see what the thumbnail looked like because I already clicked on it. But I don't know if you can see up here. See, let me see if I can zoom in. See this Batman one?
Yes, nice.
That's what all of the ones that are suggested to me look like.
Yeah,
They're
I
all-
noticed.
They're all like AI females with enormous breasts wearing very, very skimpy outfits. And I don't know why they would suggest these to me. I don't know what I do or what I look at that is making them suggest these to me. But
So
I'm just
apparently, if you even pause your scrolling
yeah.
for
Like what I'm gonna-
so many
like what I'm gonna do here.
milliseconds, they go, "Oh, you like that?"
Yeah.
Because I made the mistake the other day in class of opening up my laptop, having our Google our YouTube up to bring
Yeah.
something up. So I logged into the wrong account, and it's nothing but that picture. Every suggestion on my board, and all the adults in my classroom were like, "What do you watch on YouTube?" It's not me. My friend's a creep.
Oh, Billy Judd's here. What's up, Billy? How you doing? He says hi, guys.
Oh, Billy.
How's it going, man? What's Rito say? Looks like the anus has become sentient. Yes,
It's taken over.
it's taken over. But look
Skynet.
at this. Look at this trailer. Like here's Scarlet Witch, and watch her walk. Just I'm gonna mute it just so we don't have to listen to the guy. But watch
No,
her
we
walk.
wanna hear.
Look at. You want to hear it?
Me? Well, let's just say you won't last long. It's hard to fight when you're too busy staring. Introducing Natasha Romanoff.
There you go. I mean, this is unbelievable. Like, and you know, I didn't watch just one. It's like Lay's potato chips. I couldn't just eat one of these. I watched like 30 of these things from all types of movies and stuff. Let's see if there's any other good ones in this particular one. There's one with X-Men with
the
Rogue.
Wasting Time banner.
Oh yes, I can. I can. There you go.
Yeah, it's that picture is our entire YouTube feed on this
Yes.
channel.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's absolutely unbelievable.
it's all AI generated women just riding bicycles, painting, doing house. I'm like, what does he do?
I don't do anything. It's all because of Seb.
No.
Look at this.
I think it tracks your eyes, and when yours bug out of their head, it goes, "Oh, he likes these."
Like Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Awooga.
Yeah, when it hears a ooga, it captures the screen. Oh my god.
Look at Rogue. Doesn't she look great? I don't know who
Yeah.
she's talking to, but she looks good. She looks
So
good.
how long before this just
Yeah.
replaces all acting?
Hopefully soon. Like I'm okay with this. I'm all right with that. How long is before that infects the anus again? Like I'm gonna have to buy a
Oh.
hard drive or something.
Yeah, when's
Okay.
that gonna start taking over?
I don't
What?
know. AI prawn. Can't say that word either. That's on
Can't
the
say
list.
that word either.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a list. You're gonna need a
Yeah.
list. So, when
So I
we
fell
say
down
the
that
words,
rabbit hole.
we can do like Pee Wee's Playhouse. Yeah,
I can get a talking chair.
'cause I'm
It'll
gonna
be
say
great.
all the words.
Cherry.
Cherry. Yeah, but that was a rabbit hole that I fell down hard the other day,
Ew.
figuratively.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Daddy can say.
No, I didn't mean, oh, you're gross.
Yeah, I'm gross.
And
We've had this channel 6 weeks, and you somehow corrupted the algorithm on the YouTube already.
but it's like I didn't even do anything. Like I didn't like I don't even use the channel. I never leave the studio part of YouTube. Like I'm always in the studio looking at the analytics and uploading shorts or reels or whatever the hell they're
Yeah.
called on YouTube. And like I never even go to the YouTube search engine. Like how did it know that's what I liked? And
I don't know.
and another thing there are two things that pop up on you might like this section. It's those AI scantily clad women and like water parks. Like people taking pictures of girls at water parks. Like I don't know
Wait,
why
is your son using your computer?
He's not. He's not. And if
No,
you ever
it's
watch
just-
like
All of his technology knows.
yeah, they all talk to one another. They all know each other. My
Poor
technology.
anus is like, I've seen stuff. I've seen
That
so
anus-
much stuff.
That anus hasn't worked in years, man. That anus is out of commission.
Killed it.
I did. It killed itself. It sure did. Last thing that I have wasting time was I watched a Superbox showcase movie. Superbox showcase. Remember I said I wanted to do a Superbox showcase on a movie that no one ever watched?
I have
Well,
a
I did.
question about the Super Box.
Oh yeah, sure, shoot.
Is the one on every television in your house?
I want to buy another one. I want to buy just one more.
But it only works for one television.
What do you mean? Yeah, it's an
Like-
HDMI. You plug it in.
Right. So I have 7 televisions in my house.
Yeah, I mean, if you want it,
I would need
keep
to
them
buy
in the place.
7 of them.
No, you
Yeah,
can
but
buy
you
one and just
put it
move it
in the-
around.
Yeah, you put it in the room that you watch TV the most.
Yeah.
But what
yeah.
about the room my children watch TV in, or my wife watches TV in?
Well, I mean,
Here's an
you want-
aerial. Stand up
Well,
there with the aluminum foil. Get that shit going.
I don't watch a lot of TV shows and stuff.
No, I know, but they watch more than I do,
What do you
definitely.
So then, yeah, I guess you would. How much do you spend in a year on cable and streaming services?
I have no cable.
Well, how much do you spend on streaming services in a year?
I don't know. Somewhere between $1 and $1 million, because it just seems like there's so much.
Because they're $300. They're $300 a pop, and it's a one-time fee.
And then what about your phone?
What about my phone?
Like I'll every now and then like be waiting in line for something and be like, I'm gonna watch HBO.
Oh no, you can't do that on your phone. On
Yeah,
Superbox.
just
Superbox
get it
is
for
strictly a
one.
TV thing.
Get one for where the family watch or where you watch TV the most.
You're asking a lot for the illegal broken the
I know.
broken thing. Like you're asking
I'm
a
just
lot.
trying to figure it out. I'm gonna break the law. I want it to be fruitful
everywhere. I want it to be in every room of my house.
Yeah.
No, I have one that's in the living room for me and my wife to watch. And I want to buy one more for like the upstairs loft so the kids can use it and watch movies on. And then I'll probably buy one for outside so I can watch sports outside on my porch, like my.
And I got to buy one for the truck, and then one for
the truck, one for my phone,
and one for when I'm painting.
So I watched a movie called The Duel. You guys have definitely never heard of it because no one's ever heard of it.
Duel.
The Duel. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. The Duel. I don't even think I can find a movie poster of it. So it was.
Who's in it?
Frig, shit if I know. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you in 1 second. Here we go. I got the movie poster here. Share screen. All right. So this movie, Dylan Sprouse, Callan McAuliffe, Denny Love, Hart Denton, Maria DeFaria, Ronald Gutman.
This looks like a poster for one of those words we're not supposed to say.
Yeah, they it's a sword duel.
Which word?
They cross swords.
Like that doesn't look like a movie.
It's a movie, and I watched it
in theaters one night only. It said,
"Is that what it says?"
Bottom. Yeah, look at the bottom. In theaters one night only.
That's funny. That's funny.
Terrible.
Well, I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it on Superbox, and I enjoyed it.
I
actually enjoyed it. I did. I thought it was fun. I watched it from beginning to end with Nicole, and we both wanted to watch it till the end. And
are you painting with lead? What is that? What is it?
So you want to hear what the premise of it is?
I can't wait.
Okay. So it occurs in modern day, and these two guys are best friends, and there's 4 friends. They don't show you the other 2 guys, but there are 4 best friends. And the blonde-headed guy here on the right sleeps with the girlfriend of the guy on the left, and he finds out. So the guy on the left gets really, really mad at him and challenges him to a duel.
As you do.
Like an old school duel. And the whole movie is about the absolute insanity that they're going to do an actual duel and how stupid it is and how ridiculous it is. And the guy who they go to, they had to find this guy that will actually let them do a duel and will facilitate the duel for them. And it's Putty from Seinfeld. Devils, you know that guy. Remember?
Yeah,
Putty?
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, Patrick Warburton. So he's the curator of like an antiques store that sells like muskets and like Civil War memorabilia and stuff like that. And he has a book of all the rules for a duel, like an old-timey duel.
Shoot a guy in the face. He slept with a woman.
But the whole point of this movie is that it's the gentleman's way to deal with issues. Right?
Shoot him in the face.
But you can shoot him anywhere you want, I guess. But it's the way gentlemen would do it instead of just fighting each other in the streets and doing something like that. That's not a gentleman-like way to handle your differences. A much more gentleman way to handle your differences is to challenge someone to a duel.
And so then they have shoot him in the face.
Right. So they had to. A big portion of the movie is them finding a place that they can do the duel without like getting arrested, because it's obviously illegal to do a duel like that, to shoot somebody in the open. So they somehow find their way into Mexico, where they find like a drug cartel guy who is willing to pay them handsomely, or to pay Putty at least handsomely, to do the duel on his giant property. And It's pretty interesting that, and it just goes through the nonsense of them doing this duel. It's a comedy. It's not a serious movie at all. It's totally a comedy. But I enjoyed it. I actually did not hate an hour and a half of this. It was fine. And in the end, you want to know who dies? Both of them.
Oh,
they both died. Spoiler alert. What's this say? Billy Judd says, if Amy and Silver would be in what? If Amy and Silver would be in Sonic 3, who would voice them? Okay, Billy wants to change topics, I think.
I don't know who's Amy and Silver.
I don't know. Are they Sonic characters?
I guess so. It'd
We
be
might
great
need
if they were just two people he knew.
Yeah. What's Rito say? Rito says Steve cried when the surfboard was burned. Oh, Rito watched the movie. Rito saw the movie. Rito, did you see this movie? Oh, wow. So, what he means there is, so he cheats. So the guy on the right cheats with the girl of the going out with the guy on the left. So for him, he got back at him by taking a surfboard that his dad made him before he died of cancer and burned it on the beach. He doused it with gasoline and lit it up on fire. And that's like what made them both very mad at each other to do the duel. But yeah, that was very sad. It was very sad that he torched the surfboard. I really thought, Rito, that it wasn't the actual surfboard. I thought he just got another surfboard and lit it on fire, but he actually burned this off the surfboard. Hey, Seb, you know anything about Sonic?
The Sonic,
the burger place. Yes, the burger place.
No, the game.
What about it?
Who's Amy and Silver? Are they characters in the game?
Don't know that much about Sonic.
Yeah, because Billy says
I'm
if Amy and
those
Silver
are the girls in Sonic.
What girls?
Well, Sonic is like morphed into like an.
It says Amy is Sonic's girlfriend.
Yeah, so Sonic's like morphed into like like a animal version of Dragon Ball Z at this point.
Okay.
Like Sonic turns like Super Saiyan, and like it's very like similar to Dragon Ball Z at this point. Like in Dragon Ball, they collect Dragon Balls, obviously, and then Sonic they collect these gems, and then like to make him power up and stuff. And then all the characters are very similar.
I thought it was rings. I thought they collected rings in Sonic.
No, but he collects these like gems that give them more power. Then he turns gold, like in Dragon Ball Z when he goes Super Saiyan, his hair turns gold as well.
Oh,
there's a lot of similarities.
Oh boys, my computer's starting to lag again. I gotta.
Sorry.
Well, that's how I waste the time. You should see the movie Duel. Rito saw it. He liked it too. Let's see. Did he answer me? He says, Billy also says, and Silver is from 200 years in the future. Is he another hedgehog from the future? Is he an evil hedgehog?
Oh yeah, like Trunks. Trunks is from the future. No, sorry, Mike. Sorry.
Sorry. So who? What Billy wanted to know was, and maybe
there is a bully looking for his nerd right now.
Maybe Seb Buchanan says, who would you pick to voice Amy and Silver? Billy wants to know.
Taylor Swift and B. Arthur.
Oh, Sonic, you're so stupid. She's dead too. How about B. Arthur and Betty White? And then they can play off each other like that.
Or Paul Lynn. Oh, son.
Who's Paul Lynn?
You don't know who Paul Lynn is? Oh my god.
Who is he?
Google Paul Lynn.
Okay.
He was huge in the 70s.
Let me get
Extremely flamboyant. Talked like this. He was Uncle Arthur in Bewitched.
Lin?
Yeah, I think so.
All I'm getting is Asian doctors. I swear to God. Paul Lynn, MD.
Uncle Arthur, Bewitched, Paul.
Comedian Paul Lynn. How about that?
Where's Matt out drinking tonight?
I know who you're talking about.
How do I get there?
Hey there, Sonic. Gonna get yourself some ring. That guy?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. What
Why
do you got
don't
there?
you-
Some ring? Yeah, he was all right. I liked him.
Don't be so quick about it. Why are you always such a rush?
Rita says you guys see